Oh, yeah. We'll pay you a visit. Mr. Who? Trust me, you don't have to know. But even this fearful threat had no effect on Alexander. Oh, Dad! Alexander did not go to sleep until 10 to 4. By which time his victory was
Sorry, folks. My watch keeps screwing up. The watch face keeps trying to change. Close your eyes. It's the peeler. When you lie awake at night, you'll summon the sleep stealer. There's no point in it occurs to me that then the narrow is readings and full of the venomous rain came with an eye. Not anymore. If you want to stay awake all night, I'm here to make sure you do this. Mustache hair. Seems to be sleep, but never any finding. The sleep stealer had stolen it. Still think those reports to Three parts for the double battery, 2 to go. Also, right now I'm listening to episodes of Grizzly Tales for Gruesome Kids, a 2000s show on Nicktoons UK. A series of cautionary tales for lovers of Scream, meant to scare children straight. I've actually wanted to find the DVD set or the DVD files for this interesting show.
It's an I couldn't bring the whole elephant back to England. You mean there's a baby elephant walking around? 3 minutes. Since when? Next to the communist field. Was it a rehabilitator?
Damn spotlight, leave me alone!
I wish I was 20 feet tall. Yes, but that's great, because they disappeared. It was her pink pants. She's been lost. And with me things change. I see that. It was her. More than even ever. And it
Is Red bad? Oh yeah, Red's bad.
She's
It should be obvious what the lesson for this one is. An elephant never forgets. And be careful what you wish for. Because you just might get it. But not in the way you expected it. Yeah, it was an imitation. I thought I got it right. Episode 12, Season 2. The Giant Who Grew Too Big for His Boots. I'm trying my best, damn it.
World's biggest bully. He was a giant called Huge. He had a purple tongue, which was eating everything. When he shouted, it stuck out and sprayed the room with fix me a cow sandwich, mother, or else I'll sit on top of you and squash you into a meat paste.
4 parts down, just meet the center.
After a light breakfast of 27 buckets of cereal, 14 apple trees, and a truckful of tea,
Good.
I eat most things. Because this cottage isn't big enough. My toes pick up the town. So huge, went round to his neighbours. I'm sure you and I want your house. Then I stand here all day and say things beginning with S. Seashells on this issue. Seashells that seashells and seashells. A few seconds later, Mr. Sparrow and his family waded out of the back door. Hugh moved in and went to sleep in the large room downstairs. It hadn't been a large room before, but he was now. When you woke up, something very strange. In a nearby village, rainstorms slipped down the street and everybody's watching. Wiped his lips and looked for somewhere bigger to stay. Beyond the trees, he saw 2 villages. When he got there, the streets were deserted. 2 scared snakes feared. They had tried to conduct a you on a giant donkey. Alive, it went meat. Straight over you, chanted the congregation. Yourselves. And the villagers swam for safety, but Huge Hugh had found somewhere warm to spend the night. He wriggled into the 2 village halls, laid his head on the library, and kept his path in 10 greenhouses. In the middle of the night, however, he woke with a start. It was crazy.
That's a bit specific.
Again.
Ah. By the time he had a toe in Ireland, Hugh was 600 miles off. In living memory, the President of America panicked when he saw Hugh standing on the other side of the Atlantic and phoned him up. I have to warn you that if you take 1 step towards the US of A, I will shoot you out of the sky like a dog. A flying dog, obviously. As big as several small countries, you don't have to listen to anyone. A big snag of 3,000 fields of carrots and a factory of snout. You
Across the ocean.
You actually did need a paper.
Even here, boy, has become a freak race. Strength and breath. We didn't ruin everybody's crops.
Can't we just talk this over?
Huge. Wiped his lips on bigger to stay. There was no limit to go. He flagged with food in Australia, his bottom in India, and his head on a pillow of snow in the Arctic. He was bigger than the world. Still, he kept growing. And each day, he found himself in the farthest corner of the universe. But there was no more space. Huge Hugh had taken every little bit of space in the whole galaxy and beyond. Then he had a visit from an unmanned satellite. I need more space. I'm still hungry. If you bite on one of my aerials, a great big wing bag like you is going to burst. I'll show you all the great big wind ride. I'm absolutely ginormous. Bigger than everything in the universe. And popped the satellite into his mouth. Whereupon one of the aerials clicked.
I'm back. Got a creamsicle.
It was raining hard as Hugh picked himself out of the mud. He needed to find somewhere warm and dry to sleep. Said the same. I need more spirit. I want that house on your back. So then he slid up and switched the weather got better too.
Oh, screw you.
You are listening to Grizzly Tales from Ocean. A series of cautionary tales with 10 drinks, no man. Spin jacks. Yeah. Have you ever wondered why children look like their parents?
Yeah, let's skip that one. Oh, come on, a mace? Really? The man makes cutting-edge security robots and security tech for his men, and yet he gives them a mace. Series of cautionary tales for lovers of speed.
I've got a little friend inside my head. He's a greedy little envy. Always wants what other people have got. No, Spinach, you cannot live in my other ear. If the world can, why can't you? Right, go on. No parties. See the trouble envy causes.
Tail. Tag.
Terry
Big rocks. Your child. This is chocolate. You want to bunch. You can nuts. Enjoy for him.
He did rather bring it on him.
So. Start it. Start it. Use my ground. Because you this marble put into it. Very yes.
The little free world in play crawled into
Into
his
his
ear,
ear.
and this monkey raised his to giving him attention. Grandmother's only gazing at him like that because he's got a big marble. It's you she loves, really. Come on, do something to make them notice. That mighty marble made Terry so jealous that all he wanted to do was make Jonathan cry. And the only way he could think of doing that was to steal something from the Marble King that the Marble King treasured. Strange as it might seem, however, it was not Jonathan that lost his marbles that day, but Terry. As any thief will
tell you, stealing is a drug.
Terry was too weak to resist. Before long, he was stealing sweets, milks,
watches, eggs, green beans.
He even stole a pet dog. When he made a puddle on his duvet, he returned it with a napkin. Then one day, he found himself alone in the locker room. His little fell over Jim there. Jim Spectre. Terry had never seen it before. Inside was a brand new book. Just what he'd always
wanted.
The fact that each item was tagged with the
He
boy's
gave
name
name
and sent
to
up
sort
to
of
Terry.
Terry
He put the kid on
and built
put
on
out
the
into the playground just as cool as you like. If he'd bothered to look back, he'd have seen Jim Spectre's head disappear in a puff of purple smoke, leaving in its place a hidden slime with and radiate. Terry kept the kit on for the rest of the day, and because Jim Spectre never asked for it back, yes, he got away with the perfect crime. What he didn't know was that Jim Spectre did not exist, because Jim Spectre was a ghost, an exceedingly long-living ghost who travelled through time and space in a never-ending quest to bring thieving children to justice. And sympathetic, the kid started itching where the name tags were, and in the morning Teddy woke up to find his face covered in tiny the doctor took one look at them and declared, no spots. No chocolate, no sugar, no sweets of any description. Sticky buns are out and fizzy pops are out now. I recommend a long bath. And this. And cheese, great. Oh, bad. I can't possibly rate myself. No, I recommend this for grating cheese. And yes, I am mad. Good afternoon,
I love that part.
That night in the bath, the purple lumps had spread. It must be chicken pox. Are any of your friends foxy chickens? Not as far as Terry knew, so it wasn't chicken pox. As he undressed the bed, the spots bubbled and bleeped. He tried to lie down, but the zits were itching. It was driving him mad. He tossed and turned and lay on his fingers, but he had to stitch. So he did. He scratched and scratched and screamed till he couldn't even scream. Every time he scratched, a spot went pop, and it hurt him. Mummy came running. She skidded on the sticky, gooey custody. And somersaulted onto his bed. Ew! The pain was unbearable. Oh, my baby, don't cry. What's wrong? Even Terry's mother couldn't hide her horror. Well, once there had been slops, there were now name tags. Terry belonged to Jim Spector. But the worst was yet to come. The biggest tag of all was stitched onto his neck. His mother tried.
You'll be staying here while we sort things out. Beautiful.
She tried
That's the best
scissors.
view in the
She
castle.
tried paper scissors.
Are we
She
really
tried
so
cheetah scissors.
predictable
She
today?
even tried a pair of garden shears.
Yes,
None of them could
yes.
cut through the stitching.
You want the truth.
Finally, she gave up.
You have all that talent.
Is
You can't
this
find
thing
anything to do
you've
with
not
projects
been
like
telling me,
that.
Terry? Terry?
Now, Victor, he has vision. You need to
And
watch and learn.
now his
The world has got
confession.
to change, and he'll be the one who changed it.
The next
The
day,
truth is, I
Terry
hope
went
you
back
like
to
this
school.
freedom, because you're not
He
setting a
hung
foot
his
outside.
head in
The
shame
ones who start
as
with
he
the wicked rather
sloped
than
through the
anything.
playground. Nobody had ever seen a boy covered in name tags
You lost this
before.
time, all the information that
Then
you might want to
he
know.
returned Jim's gym bag to its original peg and put inside it as quickly as he could. If he'd bothered to look back, he would have seen Jim Spector's bag disappear in a puff of purple smoke, leaving in its place a trail of slime which spelled out a ghostly message. Gotcha! And that night, the name tags vanished. Terry never stole again. He had the odd lapse when he looked at a chocolate bar in a sweet shop or passed an unpadlocked bicycle in the street. But he only ever took the tiniest of inches on the back of his head to pull him round to his senses. If you've got itchy fingers and feel the need to dip into someone else's pockets, check whose pockets they are. This coat, for example, belongs to a rat catcher. So I'll be getting a friend to do the thieving
for me.
See how
You
dangerous
listen. Damn it!
I hope this bill for water. Where would the world be if we all simply screwed up things we didn't want and Actually, I think I may have just invented a game here. It's mixing. Once upon a time, to stop rats running up their trouser legs. In them days, rats were enormous because people threw their rubbish into the street and rats rubbish. Then Mr. Dustbin invented a dish and rats grew filled. Mr. Dustbin, however, grew rich and fat and retired to Bognor Regis to drink beer. 100 years grew filled. Mr. Dustbin, however, grew rich and fat and retired to Bognor Regis to drink beer. 100 years later, however, a girl of very little brain neglected to use Mr. Dustbin's invention and started a plague that was even more terrifying than rats. The girl's name was Bunty. Bunty was as large as a double-decker bus because she never stopped eating. But it wasn't the quantity of food that was the problem. It was the packaging. Plastic cartons, scratched up sweet papers, and seedy pizza boxes. Filling dustbins wasted valuable eating time, so Bunty simply dropped her wrappings where she stood. People pointed out that she was creating a litter mountain, but it didn't stop her. She just made herself a mega with extra deep pockets and scattered her gluttonous junk at night when nobody was looking. Bunty was a litter man from hell. In no time at all, her litter mountain covered the whole country. It clogged up streets, filled in lakes, and flattened mountains. It stretched up from the clouds as far as one could see.
Now, there's something I actually need to tell you guys. I looked it up, and apparently there's a level select that becomes available after the game is finished. So, anything I missed during the first playthrough, I'll grab on the second way around.
Very soon, Bunty was the only person ever went outside. She was the only person big enough to wade through the litter swarms. She was the only person who could stand the fact. Then, one day, they came. The men to them, the home was pure heaven. It was like waking up in the morning and smelling toast downstairs. They came from Bulgaria in their homes to learn, scavenge, to swim and speak, to groove and guzzle, to blow and bloat. And done before. It was the Queen who snapped first. Yes. Queen, now, cried the son. Stop being a lamb and do something about this rubbish. I can't get out to walk the corgis. Straight away, Your Majesty. Too right you will, Jimmy. They're only little dogs and they can't have one. Six helicopters and 200 troops slouched into London under the command of one colonel of the Operation Capture Bunty, present and correct, PM. My troops are fully camouflaged. She'll never see us coming. Meanwhile, Bunty was busy sniffing out the bits with that night splitter. By the stroke of midnight, she left her house, heading front into the city, outside of front door, and swam down the road to the foot of the Little Mountain. Blue bottles buzzed as she heaved herself out of the slum and climbed towards the sky. Something gaped in the darkness. Bunty pressed on. The quicker she could dispose of her litter, the sooner she'd be home and paid. There it was again, wrestling. In moonlight, she clearly saw the mountain. There was something inside it, something yet hungry, something slavering and slurping, trying to dig away. Colonel Buffy was waiting to capture Bunty in a classic pinch. Eyes, no sir, standing on your boys. Silence and lips, stand by to attack. Bunty was standing on the putrid peaks, offering her foul cargo, when suddenly the air was filled with screaming and shouting. The Colonel's classic moment had begun, but before his troops could lay hands on Bunty, the later mountain shook again. The long slid out of the rubbish like a tentacle from the deep. Retreat! The cowardly cub withdrew his troops and left Bunty Parker to face a insignificant movement of quite a different kind. Bunty felt the urge. She lost her footing and slipped. When the second flame twitched its way through the breaking fire, it grew and grew until it was 30 feet. Wide and this was big unless heart trembled inside. Unless the big black monster area had been eaten and grown into giant. Something tall and its underneath. It was hungry, with one enormous claw. The giant jaws sucked 3 tons of litter, and the bug licked its lips. When the greasy chip papers had floated back to Earth, Bunty was nowhere to be seen. Superior with the rest of the rustling. The litterbugs ate Bunty's mountain, then flew away in search of food elsewhere. But Bunty's gleaming demise served as a reminder to us. Nobody dares drop litter now. Nobody, that is, except big black bugs. So, spindle shanks are just huge little mills. As little mills, as restaurants. I thought as much. And what's your favourite? I've got all fleas burger with an order of French fries. Have you ever felt how the hull on a cricket ball is yes, little checks. Doing it. This is not a lightning conductor. And even if you make it conduct faster, have it your own way. Letting the drone story. With a drone. Surely evil records of play. Him and his gang used to terrorise the school with deadlifts and Chinese burgers. If he asked you, what's your favourite football team sport? You didn't say Arsenal. You said Millwall. Or you would have Timothy was a new boy with a God-given talent for playing the trumpet. Johnny took one with him and he for grief. It was partly because Timothy was fat, but mainly because he was new and Johnny had to teach him who was boss. So, you boy, have you got your photo? Your photo? Your medical photo? Your medical photo? Nobody told you. Mimic Johnny, that's a shame because by law, you have to have your first day. They expel you. Really? Oh yes, but because I like you, I'll do you a favour. I'll take your photo now, save you getting into trouble later. Take your clothes off and stand over there on the cricket pitch. There. And he didn't step back until Timothy had done as he was told. Ready? So, there's the signal. I'll have to do it later. See ya. The gang ran off, but not before Johnny had thrown Timothy's clothes on top of the ship. So that when the headmaster looked out his window, he got the shock of his life. Timothy got 500 lives. I must not remove my clothes again. It distracts other pupils from their academic pursuits. Again. But the fake photo prank was just Johnny's way of warming up. At lunchtime, he grabbed Timothy's glasses and put them on. Guess who I am? He said, fueling the roars of his infantile. Help! I can't get up. I'm a great stranded turtle. Please give me my glasses back. I've got a sleeping album. Oh, he's the little baby. If little baby's blind as a bat without his spectacles. Come and get them then, Specky. If they can find them, that is. But Timothy couldn't see where he was going and cut his knees and elbows. Don't let go of your trumpet, will you, Four Eyes? What's it like down there in the dark? Oi! You're a horrible brute! Hollered a girl called Tina. Give him back his glasses. Oh, got to get a girl to do your fighting for you now, you pathetic porky. I could smash these right now and there's nothing you can do about it. Now you can't, said Tina. And all the other children clapped. This made Johnny even madder. He made him look weak. Right, if I can't have your glasses, then I'll have your trumpet instead. And as he grabbed Timothy's trumpet case, Timothy found a huge choice deep inside his boots and had the crowd reeling. Johnny planned his revenge for Arthur. He got permission from the groundsman to use the cricket nets and took 6 balls, 4 stumps and a bat from the pavilion. There's a storm brewing out there. If it starts to rain, Don't come as sharpish, understand? Leave it out, and I'll have your guts for carters. Grey clouds rolled overhead as Johnny and his gang ran over to the nets. As they said, stop, some rain exploded out of the sky, and as they hid behind the tree, there they spread their cowardly elbows, clapped somewhere in the distance. The rain was falling heavily as Timothy walked home. He noticed the stumps set up for a game. Nobody was playing, but didn't stop to wonder why. Suddenly the air was filled with shouting, shadowy fingers glanced on the walls. They rocked his trolley to the ground, drawn his glasses from his face, and pushed it into the mud. He was dragged to his feet in front of the stove. You're going to regret you ever crossed the seas with me. But I need my glasses. You can't vat in glasses, Timothy. How dangerous it would be if a ball smashed into them. Don't worry, I'll wear them for safekeeping. Where's my trolley? Safe as houses, said the bully, in the brass instrument under his arm. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to borrow you, Timothy. KNACK pants and gloves. What? Emmy? Yes. Leave the bowling to the boys while I play a little tune to soothe you. Any requests? Don't do this, please. Don't know Let the bowling begin. And with that, Johnny put the trumpets to his lips. When Timothy dared to look up, the gang had run away, but Johnny was still there. In his hands a blackened trumpet, around his eyes 2 crimson rings. The lightning had shot straight out the trumpet and looped the loop around Timothy's metal-framed glasses. Oh, what a shame. Poor Johnny Woodneck was all over in a flash. How we'll miss him. James is scared that it might be a ghost. He says people scream and run away from him. A ghost can pass through walls with things. You're not a ghost. People scream and run away from you, Spintax, because you're an ugly spider with a squashed face. All right, I come this way. There are good ghosts.
And bad ghosts. Good children and bad children. It's bad. Bad children can sometimes be good. It's rich, bad children.
Yes, this is the life. He cried, but he didn't mean it.
Ah. Alright, leave that wall for later. There's a gale force wind coming your way, Victor.
The flickering fire beckons into the in the sat an ignorant rocking chair, rocking. Augustus spun round to where the voice had come from, but there was nobody there. Behind you, there was someone breathing in the back of his neck.
The second part of the combo meter. 2 down, 5 to go.
Boy's name was Mark. He had run away from home too. I had to what I like here and nobody tells me off. There's only one problem. What's that? This cottage is haunted. Let's get Crow, whether the Don Augustus has got on him.
I miss Charlotte terribly, you know. She really was my better half. She stopped me from putting some of my crazier plans into action.
And ghosts. They
Lucas,
come in the dead of night with eye
so
pumps
sorry
and ear
about
winklets
this.
and scratch and scrape by the bed and wail in your ear and slither and slide inside to fill your head
Oh,
with
about 20
mischief.
years ago now.
I think I'll go
Way before
home,
you were born.
said Augustus, and leave me here all by
I met her
myself.
when we designed
You
a car
can't.
together.
Besides, my
It
head's
was the
full of
perfect
mischief.
blend of beauty and muscle. By the time that car was
Boy who was
finished,
wicked enough to run away from home was hardly going to refuse an offer like
found
that.
KNACK's orb together, too. I've been gathering relics in deep caves
Look
for
up
years,
phone
trying to learn
999
everything I
and tell the
could
police
about
there's a
their
cat
origins.
burglar in the house.
And one of the days, Charlotte joined me.
You are wicked.
We made an amazing discovery.
No sooner had they replaced the phone,
A few minutes
three
later,
snarling police
ground
dogs leapt through the
one of
window.
those deep earthquakes that happen from time to time.
Good evening, sir. Are you a cat burglar?
She
Well, I can't feel any cats. No, I don't think so.
and weeks.
What about you, sir?
I never found a
I'm
trace.
too young to be a burglar. I see. So, who called 999? Not me. Maybe it was the burglar.
And beautiful.
Very funny.
I've been
Next time I'll lock you up for 5 years. Heel, Fang, heel.
But when I think of her work, like that car,
The policeman's words fell on deaf ears. Ambulance, please. It's really urgent. My friend's in shock.
If you say it's so, I believe you.
Help! Quickly, please, quick! I think he's seen a ghost. Well, they've heard the ambulance.
Damn it. My phone just died. And we just got the second part for the Harvester. 2 more, and we'll be able to get sunstones from our enemies. Yeah, I need to plug my phone in before I get back to recording. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me. Maces, lances. I know you're working with a theme, Victor, but seriously?